What up, AOK Mafia? It's your boy Artofkickz, and just like that, we back with another one. Alright, y'all, so we got a video here today. This is Times Dumb People Got What They Deserve. This is probably going to be very entertaining. Should we make it a try not to laugh? Should we make it a try not to laugh? Nah, we just gonna laugh.
Sometimes the best way to learn is by making mistakes.
Oh, look at little puppy.
But some people's mistakes just seem to get dumber every time. Luckily, the outcomes of the dumbest actions often punish the people who do them, sometimes immediately. So sit back and enjoy
watch your head.
Take its course. But these times, dumb people got punished in the best ways.
All right. Give it to me.
You've probably heard of Dumb and Dumber, but it's time to meet Dumbest.
Dumbest.
In negative 16-degree weather, this man thought licking a...
You should have, if you were going to do that, you should have did it with like some warm water so you get milk or something.
Metal pole would be fun. It stopped being enjoyable once
I know that hurt.
Ooh,
look at that.
For frost to begin forming on its own. That's right. Some people really are as stupid as classic comedy characters.
Exactly.
Oh. Lamborghinis may cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, but if this owner is anything to go by, perhaps they should invest a little more into stronger windshields. This guy is so desperate for the attention his wheels are getting that he clambers upward, cracking the
soon as he stood up there, that jump broke. Yo, his girl was madder than he was. Look at her face. Look at her. She's like, this idiot. Look, he's trying so hard to be so cool.
First of all, he pretends not to notice while his female companion winces in embarrassment.
She is so mad.
She's a stranger to his cringeworthy antics.
She's like, we can't even be out here no more. Now we got to go to the freaking dealer and get this fixed. Let's go home. You ruined my day. She's mad.
In Chile in 2014, this cretinous criminal tried to double bluff his way out of a failed robbery attempt. After failing to snatch a passenger's bag, he plays it off as a joke.
Gotcha. And then he tried again. Idiot. He tried to make it seem like he was joking. You don't get on no dang on bus and joke with somebody you don't even know.
His way out of a failed robbery attempt. After failing to snatch a passenger's bag, he plays it off as a joke. Before trying and failing again. The bus driver doesn't suffer these types of fools, however, and locks the door as he tries escaping before whipping out a bat for strike one and strike two. The thief starts crying, falsely claiming that his almost victim was actually his Aunt Maria. But it's all just hot air to the officer.
How you gonna say that's your aunt? She don't know you, bam, cop right there to get her. Hand was stuck in there.
It's just a prank, bro.
It's a prank. Ain't no prank. You suck.
Intend to hold up in court. Never bite off more than you can chew, especially living things. This phrase was totally ignored in early 2019 when a Chinese influencer filmed herself eating a live octopus.
Ew.
The octopus.
Dang, that's too big to eat that thing live. Look at that thing. That thing sucks. It's literally sucking the mess out of her face. You was gonna eat that alive? That thing is eating you alive now.
Isn't best pleased and grips with full sucker force on her face.
I couldn't imagine trying to eat something that can do that to me.
Sending her from playful to panicked in seconds. But unbelievably, after she manages to pull it off, she promises to eat it in her next video. The octopus isn't the only thing that sucks, but it is the only thing with an ounce of intelligence in that
bitter.
When Mark Bow's laptop was stolen, he was grateful for the remote access software he'd installed, allowing him to access his files from another computer. But better than any work-related file or family photo was this video, which Mark stumbled upon. The video features the man who stole the laptop celebrating his crime with a joyful dance. In the ultimate revenge move, Mark uploaded the dance video to YouTube, where it went viral. Despite the thief getting in contact with Mark directly asking him to take the embarrassing video down, Mark refused. It's generated over 2 million views in the 8 years it's been online.
Wow.
Doesn't it suck to have something stolen from you, Mr. Thief? Like, oh, I don't know, your dignity? In this video, shared in July 2019, a 65-year-old Oklahoma resident is pulled over to sign an $80 ticket for a broken taillight. It could all be so simple, but she refuses to sign.
Because she's a Karen.
Step out.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
The situation escalates and the officer instructs her to step out of the vehicle because she's now under arrest. She refuses again.
Is that a
and
gun?
Things get crazy.
She's 80. Leave her alone. Look at her.
After a lot of shouting, kicking, and eventually a taser shot,
Oh.
the surprisingly resistant lady gives up the fight.
Do you realize you just got yourself in a whole lot more trouble?
What?
For running?
But it's too late for her, and her aggressive stupidity turned an $80 ticket into a felony charge.
Dang.
In this CCTV footage from August 2019, a Washington local parks up his red truck and heads across the street to rob a store. He must have assumed it'd be a quick in and out job because he leaves his keys in the unlocked truck. But he's not the only criminal in the area, and as he returns, his getaway vehicle is stolen before his very eyes. The unlucky
That's
robber
crazy. When a robber gets robbed during a robbery.
actually called the police, who soon realized the man calling them had just robbed a nearby store, adding 2 counts of utter embarrassment to his sentence.
Stupid.
What could possibly go wrong by lighting a sled on fire inside your parents' home and riding it down the stairs?
Oh
One
my
hero took it upon
God, he's
himself to find
stupid.
out. Granted, this is probably the most original way to light your house on fire, but the cameraman does his Lamborghini
Stupid.
and continues to film despite the flames. Heroes don't always have to
Stupid.
be
Light your
smart,
house
right?
on fire, why don't
Up
you?
next, we have the queen of not thinking it through. While attempting to complete the inherently stupid 100-layer challenge, Andrea Jimenez films herself learning in real time exactly why people usually opt for 1 or 2 layers of clothing.
Oh my god! Oh no!
You're
The
not
heat
doing
hits
it right.
and panic sets in as she struggles to get free. She did get free eventually, but layered clothing is probably a no-go for her now. In July 2019, in a Walmart in Lufkin, Texas, an innocent tub of Bluebell ice cream experienced a licking that would cost the licker way more than the tub's price. A young woman was filmed licking the dessert
I
and putting
remember this. She was disgusting.
it back in the freezer, and the online video was soon picked up by authorities. Thanks to the seriousness with which the food industry treats contamination risks like this, she now potentially faces 20 years in jail and up to a $10,000 fine. It seems her sentence will be anything but a soft serve. Universal
That would be crazy. Think of that though. You trying to be all funny, cute, and go viral online, which you did, and you end up serving 20 years for something you thought was harmless. That would be crazy, man. I couldn't imagine. I'm like in prison. I'm like, hey, what's your time? I got 20 years. Yep, ruined my life. Oh, what you in for? I licked a tub of ice cream and put it back in the freezer at a Walmart. You did what? And they gave you 20 years? Dang. You don't want to know what I did, and I got only 10.
Traffic law states that anyone taking up 2 parking spots forfeits their human rights. And in this
Yeah.
clip, vigilante justice is dealt against this heinous crime committed by the owner of a silver sedan. The keeper of justice in the red car parks mere inches away from the space-hogging car, making it impossible to access the driver's door. It's a minor inconvenience, but an important one nonetheless. Please sign my petition for driving schools to play this video in demonstrations of how to get vengeance on parking lot idiots. Overseas in Russia, a man settles a parking spot dispute in a slightly more extreme and typically Russian fashion. After their neighbor's car encroaches upon their space one too many times, the mad lad takes a power saw and straight up carves a chunk off the car. If something
Dang.
needs doing, you may as well do it properly, I guess.
Dang. He moved a piece of the car so he can park there.
Now
That's
for some
crazy.
stupidity that was so potent, it tore a family apart. In 2013, Jennifer Connell received a hug from her 8-year-old nephew Sean after he saw her arrive at his birthday party. Like most 8-year-olds, Sean wasn't expecting his hug to result in him being the defendant in a lawsuit brought about by his very own aunt.
What?
But Connell claimed Sean was negligent when he leapt in her arms for a hug as he knocked her over and she broke her wrist. Connell attempted to sue her 8-year-old nephew for $127,000.
That's why she ain't got no kids. She don't even understand how kids work. She gonna try to sue a child for $127 million, ruin her relationship with her brother or sister, whoever the child belongs to, and ruin her relationship with the child because she don't understand how kids work. That's why she ain't got no kids. She don't deserve them.
Just let that sink in. It only took 20 minutes for the jury to decide that Connell had no grounds for her civil claim against her young relative.
Duh.
If she hated hugs that much, she could have just said. The phrase, play stupid games, win stupid prizes, has never...
See, that's your fault, 100% woman. Because you got weak wrist. You need to do some wrist workouts. I do them all the time.
been more suitable than in this next video. This guy's unique and dangerous take on recycling involves batting beer bottles off into the distance, but in the slippery residue of his previous efforts, he slips off the ledge and into the garbage graveyard below. I think this might need some revisions before it replaces
too close
the
to the
current
edge,
garbage
dummy.
removal systems the first world has in place. Combining drunkenness, stupidity, and an inability to open doors is a dangerous mix. In this clip, a man returns a Keg Lung
This fool's so stupid, he think the door already open. I already know.
after the place he bought it
Cause we seen it before.
from is shut and runs into some issues when the door
Oh, no.
refuses to open.
I
But
was
Keg Man
wrong. I was wrong. But he's still stupid.
and doesn't
Watch this mess. I remember now. He didn't even use a freaking handle. He's stupid.
take no for an answer. He repeatedly hurls the keg at the door,
All he had to
eventually
do was
making a
open the
keg-sized
door.
hole in the glass. And
The door was not a push forward. It was a open out, you big dummy.
attempts to enter feet first. That doesn't work, so he tries head first. And despite what must be a very painful glass-on-skin scrape sesh, he makes it in. Ironically, the door frame actually busted open on his first throw. If he'd only pulled and not pushed, he would have saved himself the effort and embarrassment. But he also would have prevented us enjoying his stupidity. Not to
Exactly.
mention that killer headstand. So maybe it's all for the best. As most people know, texting while driving a car is one of the stupidest things a person can do. But texting while driving a tram might be even worse, since your passengers' lives are also in your hands. In this clip, a tram driver decides she's got more important things to focus on than, say, making sure she
Oh,
doesn't crash.
snap.
Turns out, mashing the brakes at the last second isn't enough to stop a 40-ton
Oh.
tram car from plowing into the one in front of it. Who'd
Oh.
have guessed? Now for an off-the-rails encounter of a different kind. This zombie-like drug fiend caught on a doorbell camera in 2018 desperately wants to break into this home, for reasons unknown. Totally unaware he's being filmed or how loud he's being, he knocks himself into a daze after attempting to break down the door. And like a tortoise with zero dignity, he gets stuck on his back as he...
I've never in my life seen somebody wobble like that for real. Usually it's like in a movie or something or a TV show where they do this fake wobble before they pass out. He actually wobbled like that.
Loud he's being, he knocks himself into a daze after attempting to break down the door. Then, like a tortoise with zero dignity, he gets stuck on his back as he tumbles over the porch railing, trying and failing to swing himself back up.
Roll over, you dummy! He's stupid.
Or maybe he's just a trainee chiropractor. There are many potential outcomes to sticking a lit firecracker inside the trunk of a car, but I'm not sure these doofuses quite anticipated the display they received.
Oh!
Although the maniacal laugh
Dude, you're kidding me. How big was that firecracker? What the freak? That was a bomb.
lit firecracker
Oh, I thought they put this in there because I saw that.
Cracker inside.
That ain't what they put in there. I know that didn't do
the trunk
that.
of a car, but I'm not
Oh, you can't see what they put in there. That's insane, man. That's a legit bomb.
sure these doofuses quite anticipated the display they received.
That's
Although the
insane.
maniacal laughter that follows seems to suggest that, even if it was a shock, they're a little too dumb to care.
That's insane.
Ever seen Paul Bear's freestyle dance while carrying a coffin? There's a reason you probably haven't.
Yo, if you would have been holding that firework, man, your arm would have been blown off.
Five Paul Bears balance a coffin equally on
Hey,
their shoulders while
yeah.
busting some moves. But things soon turn
Oh,
morbid
oh,
when
oh,
one
oh,
dancer
they-
gets carried away and drops the coffin, spilling Grandma out of it. That's
Oh.
a comeback nobody at the funeral was expecting. That's gonna be dangerous, especially for the dim-witted. Case in point, this Reddit user who shared an endoscopy picture of a dice stuck inside his esophagus.
What?
He'd made a bet with a friend for €5 that he could swallow a dice. But when he put his money where his mouth was, it got caught in his lower esophagus. But honestly, I'd much rather have it removed from my throat via endoscopy than passing it out the other end. Kids usually get a free pass
He
for dumb
didn't
decisions.
choke and freaking pass. Like, I get break.
These boys are an exception. The lads dare their friend to hide in the trash can while they close the lid. Unfortunately for them, the trash can in question has a trapdoor that opens when the lid closes, and down the kid goes into the trash collection chamber below.
Ew.
Luckily, the kid was freed soon afterwards and didn't end up compacted into a cube. Or worse, encountering this guy.
I'm the trash man.
A bright object being held by a not-so-bright person is a recipe for disaster. Sure, by all means, check out how bright your new flashlight is. But maybe shining it directly into your eyes isn't the best method. His common sense is clearly long gone, and now he's losing the sense of sight too. Next, he'll probably want to see what fire smells like, or how lava tastes. Man versus nature. It's a tale as old as time. But in this video, nature wins after a Louisiana man attempts to punch a carp. He unknowingly triggers
He's
a
trying
fear
to punch
reaction
it.
in the rest
He's
of the
actually trying to punch a
carp
fish.
and is quickly defeated when they swarm him in a fishy frenzy. Power in numbers. Attacking inanimate objects is rarely the mark of a genius, but occasionally, like the category of dummy this fellow falls into, is met with worthier opponents than expected.
Oh, here you go, here you
should
go.
know how traffic lights are known for their aggression during mating season. Of all the things it's okay to do down at the skate park, surrounding a firework with bottles of liquid fuel before letting rip isn't one of
Oh,
them.
no.
Thankfully, these rules of etiquette are forced upon this pyromaniac, who manages to Molotov cocktail
Whoa!
himself during the
Oh, it
explosion.
flew right at
The gods
him.
of idiot punishment clearly have superb aim.
Oh,
So,
he
you
got
think-
hit by one. It came at him perfectly. It was like a freaking
Yeah,
bottle
superb
rocket.
aim.
A freaking fire came right at him.
Cocktail.
Look at
What's
that.
up?
Oh, that's crazy. Y'all know what time it is. Like this reaction, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. As always, the link to the original will be down in the description box below. If you haven't already, make sure you follow your boy on the gram and Twitter at Artofkickz, and I will catch you guys in the next one. This is crazy.